Yo, what's up everyone? Today's video is really quick because I'm in a rush again to go to a camping trip. However, I just wanted to talk about something that's kind of been like part of my life and probably part of a lot of your lives too. But it's about kind of being like well, there's two facets to it, but I guess in the first portion, I just kind of want to talk about how like a lot of people look to us for advice, right? Lots of people who are having issues will look to you for advice and they'll kind of unload on you, which is fine. With friends who are close, with your close friends, that's okay. You can take that break. However, I have a couple of friends right now who either give too much at once to people they don't really know, or I have friends who take on too much with people they don't really know. And I think with that, it's kind of like, it's crucial to both value your self-care and the self-care of others. So in the case of taking on too many people's problems, yes, you're being really kind, and yes, you're trying to be as open as possible. However, if you burn out, all you're going to do is kind of develop resentment for that person or those people that you're all helping out, and you're going to lash out at somebody, right? Or you're going to stretch yourself too thin, and you're not going to have enough time to take care of you, which is the most important. Because with life, you should treat it as if you're crashing on an airplane, right? You put on your mask first, and then you help the others next to you, right? Also, in the reverse, when someone kind of like unloads all their problems on people right away, I think with that, it's kind of tough to say, because on the one hand, yes, like, it's important to talk about your feelings, but there's a difference between openly discussing your feelings and legitimately looking for consolation or advice versus just kind of like whining a lot and just being kind of like a Debbie Downer. Because obviously when you're dealing with something that's really difficult, it is important to discuss it, because that does help a lot. Sorry, I'm not editing this one. But if you're just looking for someone not to say, oh man, that sucks, but someone to kind of like enable your feelings of like self-pity to grow and to kind of well up and consume you, that's not good either, right? Because we kind of want to move, we always want to move towards being I always kind of want to move towards being more positive and kind of reaching a place of balance, which is hard. I mean, I know I'm an extreme pessimist, but we all have to try as much as possible. And then the second part of that, also regarding self-care, it's also hard being an educator all the time. Being a queer person of color, we're in a unique position because we are the intersection of both two cultures, two ways of being underprivileged, or in many different ways, actually, depending on certain factors. But a lot of the time we have to deal with a lot of ignorance, a lot of prejudice or preconceived ideas, and sadly, a lot of the time people ask us how to educate them, or it seems like we're the only one who can, right? But educating someone takes energy and time, and in a lot of ways it doesn't feel fair that we, the people who are constantly marginalized are the ones who have to tell people, hey, this is wrong, like, you shouldn't be doing this, this is why the system specifically disadvantages us. It's not fair, right? Because we're already being marginalized, so why should we have to inform our oppressors? And the sad part is, it's because they're not oppressed. So how would they know or care, right? And when they do ask, oh, I want to know more, it just kind of feels like a slap in the face, because I was like, okay, well, now I have to be the bigger person and turn around and kind of be like, hey, let me fill you in. And that's exhausting, especially if you feel like you have to constantly do that every day. That's a huge tax on your energy, right? So I just want to say, like, in situations where you can help it, sometimes it's better to just kind of let things go for a while, and just unless, of course, it's an urgent situation, but kind of let it go for a little bit. Maybe not educate someone right away, because you want to take care of yourself first, and then when you're feeling more up to it, when you have more energy to give, right, or get sucked out of you, I guess in this case, that's when you can do it. But remember to always kind of self-preserve first. That's what they say in EMT class, self-preserve first, so you can help others. But yeah, that's today's video. Sorry it's so short, but I have to go to a camping trip. I didn't even finish this bowl of cereal yet. I'll see you all next week. And it'll be a more professional video. And yeah, hope you're all having a good time doing whatever you're doing. Okay, bye.